Good morning, everybody. I hope you slept well. It's April Fool's Day today, April the 1st, and it's a day when normally there's lots of laughter and jokes and kids playing jokes on their parents, and there's lots of humour going around. What a difference on today's April Fool's Day this year. There's not a lot of laughter and joking, is there? I think it's important for us as Christians to be real about how we feel, not to pretend that we're doing okay if we're not. And today, as we hear more about people struggling with mental health and issues surrounding that, anxiety and so on, there's that real sense of it's important to be honest. It's important to be real. When somebody says, "How are you?" Don't just say, "I'm okay," if you're really not. We need to be honest about how we're feeling. And today there's not a lot of laughter and jokes. It's a very different April Fool's Day today, isn't it? I think in these days of self-isolation, a phrase that we've never used before. It's a new phrase, isn't it? I'm self-isolating. I think there's a real danger in that we can shut ourselves off from the rest of the world. It's almost like we can live in our own little bubble, in our own little safety. And for many people, that's a good thing for them, to not worry about all that's going on in the world. People who really struggle with anxiety and depression. There are many people who are choosing not to watch the news at the moment because it's affecting their own mental health. But there is that danger that we can all do that. We can all just shut ourselves off from all that's going on. We heard the tragic news last night that 2 young people have died from this awful coronavirus. All this time we've been told that it's the elderly who are more at risk. Young people and children seem to be okay. And then we hear this tragic news of these 2 young people who have so sadly died on their own in hospital, without their family right by their side. Just tragic. And there's that sense that we're failing at this. We're not winning over this battle of coronavirus. And that can start to really eat away in our hearts too. That phrase that's often used, are you winning at life? Are you doing well over your own struggles and battles? And I think the whole nation, the whole world at this time has that sense of we are not winning. We are failing. And as I reflect on this whole thing today, the words from Psalm 137 come to my mind of the Israelites in exile in Babylon, where they say the words, "How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? How can we praise God when it just feels as if everything around us is going wrong?" They were real. They were honest. So often in the scriptures, we see that people are just so honest, aren't they? And today I want you to be honest. I want us all to be honest about how we feel, because that's so important. Look at Peter. He really felt that he'd messed it up. But what did Jesus do? He said, "Come on, Peter, I'm with you. I'm going to build my church on you." So many other people felt as if they had failed, as if there was no hope. And yet God was still with them. And God used them in ways that they could never have imagined. For us as the church, we might feel as if we're helpless. But let's find new ways to sing the Lord's song in this strange land. It's great that there's so many different little videos popping up all over social media of Christians and all sorts of different people as well, wanting to help in their communities, wanting to bring help into family life, bring help to those who are in self-isolation. I'm very blessed to be part of this community here in Stonehouse, and there are so many initiatives that are going on, some of which I'm involved with, some of which I'm not, but I'm so pleased to be here and to be part of all that's happening. Let's get involved and sing the songs of the Lord in a new way, in a new land. We find ourselves in unfamiliar territory, but let's hold on to God today. For God is faithful and God is with us through these times. The other verse that came to me is from Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. That's not to say that we just gloss over the problems of our world and say, just trust in God, everything will be fine. We need to be real. We need to be honest. We need to be honest with ourselves and with our communities and say, yes, we are going through really hard times. We don't know where this is ever going to lead. But we do hold on with all that we've got to God through it all. Let's hold on to the Lord. Let's not have that sense of failure, but let's trust that God is with us. God bless you, and I hope you have a peaceful and a restful day, whatever you're doing. And let's be there in whatever way we can be for our communities. God bless you.